Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about lines of sight on the brand new map Shoot House. So if we look at this real quick, this is a typical Call of Duty map. When you play this feels like old school run and gun Call of Duty. It's basically like an H, so there's 3 lanes and then you can cut across the middle to get from one side to the other. So right now I'm standing in the middle of the map. If we're playing domination, A-dom's over there, B-dom's here, the other domination points on the other side, and this is how close everything is. So we're talking real close, real tight, real compact. Now, in terms of lines of sight, I'm going to talk through each of the lanes from this spawn. So we're going to imagine I'm here, and then we're going to talk through each of the lanes. So if we're talking about the center real quick, you can jump on this, and there's also an identical one on the other side. So there's a head glitch right here, and a lot of people that like to snipe on this map, this is what they'll do. They'll sit here, they'll mount, and then they'll just kind of snipe this middle lane as people try to rush towards B-dom. So if that tickles your fancy, by all means, go ahead and do that. But for me, that's not really how I like to play. There is a power position on this side of the map. So if you come over here, this is the only part of the map that has an upstairs. So if you come up here, this room has absolutely nothing other than you can just run around this kind of mid area here. It's a little shooting range. On the other side, this kind of has the same thing. It's real simple, real simplistic, not a lot to hide behind, which is a nice change from this game because a lot of the times there's just a bunch of clutter everywhere. So over here, this overlooks the left side. So there are 2 windows here that you can mount and kind of peek from both sides. It does give you a pretty good option for holding down this left side of the map from up top. And then the other side, there's just stairs down, and you're on this side of the map now. So this is the lane that cuts to the middle. So if we're talking about lines of sight, this is a pretty decent one up here, and these head glitches on top of these walls are pretty good so far. So as we're here on the left side of the map, there are actually some pretty good lines of sight. We've talked about these 2, but you can actually get on top of these boxes. You can't do it from here, from the ground. What you have to do is you have to come back up here, and then you have to mantle on top of this window and then jump onto the boxes from here. So this is pretty nice because if you're talking about lines of sight from this side, this allows you to see into B-dom, whereas if you're on the floor, you can't really see everybody that's in these corners. It allows you to see the junkyard over there, so people aren't expecting you to be shooting over top of this wall that's right here. So this is a great spot up here. If you're over here, you can even actually run and jump onto these hay bales. It's really hard to do. It's not the easiest thing, but once you're up here, you can even kind of corner camp these lanes here. So these are really good spots. You can jump over here. That's the nice thing about Infinity War maps is if you can get there, if you can jump there, most of the time you can get on top. So if we come back up here, you can also, from these crates, advance a little bit, which is nice because this is a pretty big power position on this side of the map. So if somebody's camping up here, they kind of have full reign over here. So the way that you get up here is you can jump from down here or in the middle, but if a lot of people jump from the middle, so if they're jumping up here to get this power spot, then you can kind of camp here. You can see them. You can get this kill before they can get into position. People just don't expect you to be here. And same over here. A lot of people, as they round this corner for this side of the map, they don't expect people to be up here. So I've gotten quite a few kills just being on top of boxes like this. If you come towards the middle, you can climb up here, and this is that middle lane that we were talking about. There's the other side where we came from. You can get to both sides of the map by climbing on top of these walls. So either way, just hop up here and you can run around. Again, this is a pretty good power spot. If you're trying to kill people that are up top or down over here on the end, you can even jump on the boxes from there. So on top of these middle hay bales, you can get there from this ledge and you can go back. So if you want to avoid being on the ground, that's a good way to kind of jump from corner to corner. On the other side, it's the same thing. You come up here and now you're on the other lane. Again, you can get up there from both ways. So from here, this lane's a little bit different. Let me finish the other lane real quick just so that we're being as thorough as we can possibly be. Over here, just as we finish off this left lane, there's nothing really over here. There's nothing to really climb on except for these, but this isn't going to help you any more than if you were down here on the ground. Even if you are over here kind of climbed up on these things, you can run and jump and get on stuff like this. How much this helps you, I don't know. All this stuff you can climb on top of. Again, that's the beauty of IW maps. But that kind of rounds out the left side of the map. If we're talking about the middle, this is that head glitch on the other side. So remember, we started the map over there. So there's one over here, one over here. Back here, again, there's nothing really to do back here. So that side of the map and the middle we've covered. The only thing else would be on this other side over here. This is just a tiny bit different in that it has rooms that you can go in. This one you can't, but that one over there you can. This is a nice little head glitch here if you're trying to recap the domination point that's right there. You can come here, mount, kind of kill people that are off of there. This is a nice route to take if you have this spawn, and if you run out this way, you're going to get head glitched by somebody that's on these cars over here. So if you're spawning here trying to get to the other side of the map, this is just a nice route to take to avoid everything that's over there. This offers a pretty decent head glitch, but they have a head glitch, you have a head glitch. This is basically a 50-50 gun battle. If I'm playing this in multiplayer and I run around this corner, I will never try to go this way just because, again, head glitch, head glitch, head glitch, head glitch. There's just head glitches everywhere that are, and there's a one small little choke point here. So if you're running around here, what I'll try to do is just come over here and slide behind this cover real quick. BDOM is also here, so it kind of gives you a nice little line of sight trying to kill people that are at BDOM. So come over here, slide over here, and then if you get shot at, you can always come back out and shoot people that might have shot at you as you ran around the corner. So that's a decent spot there. Again, over here you can get on top of all these things. So maybe if you want to come over here and try to corner camp, get this line of sight before people will see you, this is a great spot to be. Again, if you're in that spawn, just take these routes, these rooms over here. If you were to throw a stun right here, you're going to stun everybody here and be able to get around the corner. So that's a nice option to take there. These tires you can't get on top of. That would be a pretty nasty spot. Anybody that came through here would be able to kill from up there, but that's not a possibility. Again, all these other cars you can jump on top of. This allows you to see a little bit further into the other side, right? If you're on the ground, you can't see that other route to beat on, but if you're standing up here, you can shoot anybody that might be coming through that choke point. So this is a really good spot. Take advantage of this also if you're playing Dom. I'll also bank a lot of things like off this wall. So on BDOM, I'll bank off the wall. It'll land right on top of BDOM. So whether you have nades or stuns, before you run out, maybe throw your stun off that wall and then follow it up. You should be able to get kills that way. That's a great line of sight, a nice little bank shot there. But again, all of this stuff, this you can mount on, you can shoot around the side. This I don't like to be at too often because, again, if I'm running from the other side, this is going to be a spot I check, right? This is kind of the first way that you can be killed, so I'll definitely check this spot. But if you get up top, this is a great spot. You can shoot in these windows. You can also be over here and kind of head glitch it this way. I know it's not a typical head glitch, but you're cutting down the angle of which they can shoot you back, and you can, for the most part, see their whole body. So this is another great spot. As we go back to this side, again, it's kind of just the same thing. There are little vehicles that we can shoot through here. Use these to your advantage. You can get on top just to change the sight line as people are coming here. If you want to snipe, this would be another nice area to do it. They come around this corner, you're sniping. They don't expect you to be up here, but again, you are wide open if you're standing way up here, so just use this sparingly. This stuff back here can be jumped on top of, so again, this offers a pretty nice line of sight to the middle, to the left side. How useful it is, I don't know. Maybe if you're sniping, if you're using an AR, and somebody's running around this corner, just like how I showed you, how I sprint around this corner and get behind, you probably won't be able to kill them in time. So this is really only useful for a sniper rifle. And then coming back over here, we are back to where we started. So if you're new around here, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I love doing line of sights and bomb plant spots and all that sort of thing. So if you're here for strategy, make sure you subscribe before you head on out. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. See ya.